Hey everyone, are we live? Hey Shadab, hey Vishal. I hope all of you are in good health. And today I have with me Shobit too. So let's bring in Shobit onto screen. Hey Shobit, how are you?
I'm good, Sanchit. How are you?
A great man. And first of all, heartiest congratulations. In the previous live session, Shobit said he's still looking out for a job, and this time
Yeah.
he's a winner. So how are you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. These days, I'm quite relieved these days that
Hmm.
I have that I'm pleased currently. So now that
Yeah.
monkey's off my back now.
That's great to hear. And it gives you some refuge that you have a secure sense of security.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
for
There is definitely a sense of security.
Shobit, can you please introduce yourself for a second, like a brief
Um,
introduction would work?
my name is Shobit Behel. I'm currently a final year undergraduate at NSIT. Currently, I'm placed in Squad as a software developer. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And when is your joining, bro?
June 6th.
Okay, 6th June. So it's quite near to.
Yeah, yeah, it's near. It's like 15 days after my final exams. So
Okay. And what was the toughest part throughout this journey? Most of the folks are still in the same boat. You just got through the job opportunity. So there are a lot of apprehensions there that when will you actually get placed? So how to cope up with that?
I think there is a point where you reach that उसके बाद आप give up नहीं कर सकते. Like if you've
Mm-hmm.
gone this far, you have to go through. So
Mm-hmm.
somewhere down the line, I had this belief that that there is no other option. I can go back after this point.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Right.
when I'm solving daily lead code challenges, I'm solving so many lead code problems, and
Mm-hmm.
overall my resume was pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
at this point, you cannot turn back. So uh, you have to push through that.
Right. And Shobit is from a non-CS background. So it was
Yeah.
really challenging for him because most of the companies only select candidates from CS background when it comes to software development roles. I think that was the biggest challenge, not in terms of capabilities, but getting yourself shortlisted would have been quite a challenge for you.
Yeah, it was quite a challenge, but I think
So,
at the end it all worked out well for me.
right. So, did you apply offline as well in some companies, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
did
like?
apply off campus, and I was able to get the referrals. But
Mm-hmm.
even then, I was not able to get the test link. Like for
Oh.
Amazon, I applied for 3 4 roles, and I was
Mm-hmm.
able to get the referrals as well. But even then,
Mm-hmm.
I was not able to get the test link. So that
Okay.
was a bit disheartening. And this is at the point of maybe let's say February March,
Mm-hmm.
where the placement season on campus was about to get over. So
Mm-hmm.
you're quite desperate for a job at that
Right.
point of time.
Right. So there's only one suggestion, guys, for all those who are in non-CSC branch. Just try to get a job into IT sector. Any job will work, and then nobody's gonna ask you your college or stream. What matters is your experience. I posted a LinkedIn post few days back where I showed the graph between experience versus the college. So go and do check that out. Probably it's gonna inspire you if you're from a tier 3 college, tier 2 college, and let's just give away with this theory that there are less opportunities for them. For those who are trying, will definitely get something if they keep on working hard for it. There's a news too, guys. We, before we jump on to your questions, today we completed April monthly lead code challenge, and this was the 12th month that we have successfully finished. So we have got 12 batches. So if you go and check out the GitHub repo of coding decoded, is my screen visible by the way? Let me just share my screen. Yeah. So is my screen visible? Can somebody respond? Shobit, can you see my screen?
Yeah, just wait
Okay.
a second.
Okay. Okay.
I can see your screen. I can see
Okay,
your screen.
awesome. So, guys, this is a list of monthly challenges that we have completed. starting from April 2022, uh, starting from May 2021. So this was the month where we got the first batch, not the first batch, but from here onwards, we haven't missed out even a single question over the past 365 days. So if you go and check out the solution links, then you'll find it for each and every day of that month. For example, it has 32 videos. There must be some repetition that would have happened. And similarly for June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Not even a single day missed is a quite an achievement for all of us. Like for all those who have been associated, who have been consistently solving problems with me, they must know that the learnings and the growth that we have seen, the confidence that we have built over this 1 year is commendable, and it's definitely going to help you in your interview process. The consistency is the key, and I promise I'll continue doing the same journey for the next for the future years to come. And all I need is your support. If you're looking for cracking a placement or a DSA job, then maintain consistency with me, and I promise sky is the limit for you. Whether it's Google, Facebook, Amazon, each and every company will be able to crack if you are consistent, and if you're ready to work hard for it. So that's my takeaway to all of you. And I genuinely hope that for those who have been following along, and more folks will join this Coding Decoded channel, so that we all can get through our dream companies. Now let's get back to the surprise Amazon gift card voucher session that we usually have. So let's go and check out all those candidates who have submitted pull request over the month of March 2022. So let's go to insights and let's see contributors. So starting from, let's shoot for not 15th February. I just need one day. So yeah, so starting from March 2021, 1st March 2022 to April 2022, these are the folks who have submitted pull requests and solutions onto the GitHub web of Coding Decoded, and one lucky winner will get an Amazon gift card today. Uh, so in total, how many folks do we have? We have Saurav, we have Shobit, we have Sham, we have Romit. Uh, I am this time I'm making a cap that at least you should have submitted solutions for 5 days. So Himanshu is out of the league, so is Deepal. So we'll go for Saurav, Shobit, Sham, and Romit. And let's go to the Coding Decoded code, winner code that we usually go through. It's a random number generator. And using that random number generator, we usually decide the winner. So Shobit, shoot for a number. We have four folks, so any number
Two,
starting from
two, two.
2. Okay, so let's shoot for Shobit 2. Shoot for a number for Saurav.
I think one, since he has the highest committed.
Okay, cool. Let's shoot for Saurav as 1. Next is Sham. So let's shoot for a number for Sham, either 3 or 4.
I think four.
Okay, let's make Sham 4. And the next one is Romit. And for 0, let's write retry. So this will generate a random number within the bounds of 0 to 4. And now I think we are good. So let's shoot for it. There's no trial. Uh, so probably we see the winner over here.
Yeah.
So let's run it. Tick tick 10, 9, 8,
9, 8, 7,
6,
6,
5.
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, Saurav is the winner.
This time Saurav won.
Yeah, he won.
So probably I'll sync up with him offline, and I'll send him the gift card. Uh, Better luck next time, Shobit. And he couldn't join today due to some reason. Only Shobit was available, so he entered. Although I invited all of them for the session, and I'll sync up offline with him for the voucher. And guys, if you're also looking for this surprise voucher session, if you want your name to be there, so what do you need to do? You need to submit pull request onto this GitHub coding decoded repo. This will help you build consistency, as I was talking about. These guys on daily basis solve the LeetCode daily challenge. Even though I also code in Java, Shobit also codes in Java. So you must have seen the in the solution page that multiple folks have submitted the code.
Yeah,
So one is
a lot
usually
of people
Shobit.
submit in
Yeah,
Java.
yeah. Saurabh also submits code in Java. So any language of your choice works out well for me. It's all about building a practice, a habit that I want to inculcate in all of you. Now let's shoot for questions, guys. If you have any question for me, you can write it on the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer that up. There are a few questions that were asked in the Telegram group of Coding Decoded, so I can shoot for them too as well. So there was, I can, let's start with the Telegram group questions, and then we can go for the questions that come in the comment section. So there was very important question that was asked, that how does Adobe evaluate a person when it comes to selecting him or her for the DSA round? What is the selection criteria that comes up? So the first and the foremost thing is how well are you able to communicate your thoughts to the interviewer. So if the interviewer is not convinced that this approach is going to work, whatever you say, whatever you blabber, it's not going to make sense to him or her. So first thing is to bridge the gap between your thought process and what interviewer is asking you to do. It may be a brute force approach, it may be an optimized approach. So when I interview folks, what do I look out for? Even if the person has provided the brute force approach, I and that person should be on the same page with respect to it. Then once the brute force approach is done, then only I go ahead and ask for the optimized approach. Once the optimized approach is resolved, it's you just have to tell the approaches without even writing a single line of code. Once the optimized approach is resolved, what you should do, you should ask, you should go ahead and write down various test cases for for the approach that you have proposed, because test cases gives you an added advantage that this person is able to think of all the possible corner cases that may come up for that question. So it gives an impression to the interviewer that this person is able to think logically. So if you generally don't iterate over one or two test cases, it will not give an extra it will not give a very good impression that he just told the approach without iterating over the test cases. So test case iteration is equally important as well as the approach, along with the approach. So this is important. And after that, definitely a clean code is expected. Once you Only if you write the clean code, then only you'll be through that session, through that interview process. And with respect to writing cleaner code, always form independent granular helper methods. So they usually look out for distribution. How well have you organized your code? So if there is a long code that you have written, that also cut down your marks, because that points also gets noted. What else do we look out for? You will definitely look out for communication, because communication is the key. And in case you have practice of if you have practice of communicating in Hindi, then that's also a no thing, because uh, in industry, English is a language, and you should have a good command over it. So that's also very important, because if you are not able to communicate your thoughts, the interviewer is not going to understand your approach. What else do we look out for? We look out for honesty. Yeah. So if in case you witness a question that you've already seen in the past, and you try to directly jump onto the optimized solution, then that puts you under the radar that that person might know the solution. And if you can't fake it, so it's better to tell the interviewer that I know the solution. Let's change the question, because usually we have plenty of questions in our bucket list that we ask. So honesty is again that we look out for. how genuine you are with respect to being vocal about the questions that you have seen in the past, and whether you are able to come up with the approach on the spot or not. That's equally important. And with respect to design problems, what do we look out for? We look out for whether the person is able to give the holistic view of each and every aspect of the design when it comes to high level design. So there are multiple. So this question is asked by folks who have experience in the industry. So when it comes to design, there are few things that you should always keep in mind while discussing the approach with the interviewer. The first one is thinking holistically about your problem statement. So tell the interviewer that this is the incoming rate of traffic. Tell the interviewer this is how this why this database will work. Why SQL? Why not no SQL? Tell the interviewer how are you going to build on the resiliency aspect of the entire system. Tell the interviewer what would be the authentication model of your entire system. Tell the interviewer how are you load balance the entire traffic that is coming onto the service that you are building. So these are few aspects that I think are ultra important. Another aspect is security. Most of the folks they tend to miss out on security. How secure is your system? How can you improvise it? So when you say security, when you say all these aspects, resiliency, throttling, when you say traffic management, these things give you brownie points that this person knows how things work, operate in an industry. So look out for these keywords while communicating the solution to the interviewer. So this definitely adds value to the approach that you proposed during the interview process. Abhishek has a question that I have 1.5 years of experience, currently preparing for a switch to a product-based company. Do I need to focus on DSA and CS fundamentals, or domain knowledge is also required? So Abhishek, I think the initial two rounds would be based on DSA, and then they might look out for one round on design as well. So domain knowledge, what kind of experience have you got? If you are able to justify that experience or not, so that is important. If you're not able to justify, you have written something on the resume and it's a lie, so it's again a no-no for you. Aditya is asking, I'm a second year right now. DE Shaw will be coming for intern roles after summer break, but I am still stuck in solving DB problems. Any way tips to get intuition? I'm not able to. So Aditya, practice is the key there. The more you practice, the better it gets. So it's like mathematics. So consider DSA problems as a subject that we study in school and college, and there are different domains on which you need to focus. One is graph, one is dynamic programming, one is recursion, one is backtracking. So these once you have to treat each and every subtopic as a subject in itself, and once you do that, gain confidence over it, and then only you will be able to build a confidence that you will be able to crack the interview. Once each and every topic has been is in your command, then only you will get that confidence that now I am ready for the interview.
Also, I have something to add that I have a resource that which has every single TP problem in lead code, like most of them, at least 200 plus problems, and they're segregated on the basis of which type of TP problem it is, whether it can
Mm-hmm.
be LIS, LCS, Kerin's algorithm, or grid
Okay.
traversal, and so on and so forth. So I have an Excel sheet which kind of segregates all the problems on
Mm-hmm.
so and so topic. So basically, I can share that link. That will be very helpful to students
Yes,
who
yes.
want to
That
practice
would
DB problems.
Yeah, that would be great, Shobit, because I think DP and graph are two aspects which are the toughest when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah. Even I
DSA.
find it difficult. Even I'm still working on DP. Sometimes it's still problem, one or
Right,
two problems if I have to
right. So
practice.
so you can share that link, and I can
Yeah,
comment that link on the video after the session.
yeah. Sure, sure.
So guys, any other question for me? Swapnil Roy, I recently gave Adobe interview with third round. Any more round will be there? Any idea? So Swapnil, that depends how you actually performed in those interviews. And usually, if you are a beginner, if you have 1 year of experience, then 3 rounds would be sufficient. However, if you have more experience, then I think there would be a fourth round too. And fourth round is usually the managerial round. Aditya is asking for that sheet. Show it.
Okay, I'll share the sheet.
Sure,
I'll
sure,
I'll get the link.
sure. Guys, any other question? Any Java session? So Vivek, we can have Java sessions too. Let me just think over it. And whenever I'll find time, I'll probably start small with it. Very, very small critical aspects of Java, which people often tend to miss out. I'll start from those topics. I'll not give you a entire Java session playlist from the basics. I'll give you those topics which are which usually fell through the cracks, fall through the cracks. Off topic, you preparing for UPSC, second last bookmark on your browser.
Yeah, even
No,
I have
bro.
the same question. I follow your videos. You have this UPSC tag on your bookmark list.
So that was long time back. The bookmark still stays. I'll remove it. Yeah, Vivek. Thanks, Swapnil. Thanks, Vivek. It was great seeing you guys. And if you do no more questions, then we can break off, guys. If you have, please let me know. What is the primary tech stack Adobe works on? It's mostly Java, so it again depends on company to company. Uh, there will be C++ kind of teams. There will be Java kind of teams. So there is services architecture. There is client-based architecture. There is mobile-based architecture. It again depends on which aspect or which team you become part of when you join that company. So at Adobe as well, it's similar to Amazon, Google, or Facebook. There are plenty of opportunities. You can switch from one team to another. It all depends on your area of interest that you feel more aligned towards. How many lead code problems are enough for good placements? So there's no rule for it. There's no absolute value which I can tell you that solve 500 questions and you'll be through the companies. It's all
I
practice
think
only.
quality of the problems is
Yeah,
more crucial than the quantity of problems.
right,
But if you can
right.
solve 500 plus quality problems, then I think you're good to go, man. I think
Mhm.
I can see with most of the other guys who have cracked placements in big tech companies, like 500 is still in the number. But I think quality of the question matters more.
Right. So don't think that 500 easy questions will land you a good
Yeah, that
placement.
yeah.
This is what Shobit is trying to say. Try to strike a balance between them. Uh, Medium level questions is actually the way you improve your and build concepts of DSA. Hard level questions is where you testify those concepts that you have built. So it goes hand in hand. You build concepts, then you verify them. How much knowledge have you acquired through those questions? So keep a mix of both, medium and hard, as well as easy. Bhaiya, is lead code enough for coding test of FANG companies? I have done 650 questions by now and I'm second year. Awesome. So 650 questions, huge respect, Adi. uh, Lead code is enough. I'll be frank with you. Most of the folks in college, what do they think? They do code forces, they do lead code, do code chef. So what they're just juggling between these different platforms. Stick to one. The aim is to build in-depth knowledge of those concepts. If you are able to build that using any of these platforms, it's done. You don't have to juggle between so many online tools. You're just wasting time. Nothing good is gonna get out of it. Obviously, the more you practice, the better you get, but you have to strike a balance again. Is
Like there was a
writing.
point even as I was at this position, I was
Mhm,
juggling between platforms, code forces
mhm.
and lead code.
Right.
But
So
eventually,
what
I
will
stuck with lead code.
what will actually happen that your favorite topic, you'll choose one, you'll not explicitly choose a favorite topic, you'll implicitly choose your favorite topic and you'll keep on solving those questions from that topic. This is what is going to happen if you keep on juggling between platforms, because those questions you'll be able to solve. Those who are that are not that you're not able to solve, they'll only be kept as part of your backlog. So so stick to one and try to cover these subtopics, these subdomains that I talked about: graph, DP, backtracking, and all. Is writing down the intuition important? When I see a already solved question after long, sometimes I'm not able to come up with the approach. Use pen paper technique. pen paper technique works the best. So it helps you retain the concept in your memory. When you read the question, hold a pen, open your notebook, write down the approach that you're going to use to solve this question, and that will help you seed that concept into your brain. A peer contest that will help for OA. What is OA?
Online assessment.
Okay. Yeah, right. Any SD sheet by Coding Decoded team as sheet is trending out there. I think it's bullshit, man. so so I'll tell you a very honest story. LeetCode is the best platform. They already provide top interview questions. Why do you need a sheet? What you need is practice. What you need is consistency. So
I
the more
think
you
in those even that in those sheets there are mostly lead code or GFG problems. So
right,
I mean
right.
it's the same thing. I think.
So what's going to help you if you are able to solve a plenty, if you're able to build consistency, if you're able to acquire the in-depth concept knowledge, that's enough. And there are ways to do it. One is SD sheet. It can be of any platform. There are plenty of bhaiyas available who can provide you with this sheet. And there is also on lead code continuously keeps on updating those questions. So follow anything that you like. What I'll say is, do just keep on practicing. You have to. Your aim is to actually find out the best possible thing that works for you. It may be the sheet that is provided by Bhaiyas. It could be the lead code thing. But what I try to inculcate in you guys is habit of solving problems of DSA. That's it. So once you inculcate that habit, then you are done. You are closer to your goal of cracking the companies. I get selected, will definitely meet you here at Adobe. Sure, Swapnil. I have one internship, that too in relatively small Bangalore-based software company. Is it a disadvantage? Not at all, Deltex. Ev- Even a small internship can add value onto your resume, so go for it. Don't think the company is small or it's in Bangalore. You should have some brownie points that makes you highlight your resume out of the other folks from your college. So go for it. I'll not say even if it's a small company, don't go for it, or even if it's in Bangalore, don't go for it. There's no reason to reject or say no to that internship. Any other question, guys? I think we are good and we can break off now. It was great talking to you, or to all of you, and I wish I can see all your faces on screen. There's a limit of candidates that can come online. Probably I'll search for another platform where I can see you all and we can have a chit chat session. Not formally, but an informal session where we can discuss plenty of things that are happening in our lives, and obviously DSA too. So let me just search for it, and probably in the next session, I want to see you all. Thanks, Shobit, for joining in, and thanks everyone for joining in. It was great
Thank you
talking
for
to all
having
of
me.
you. The pleasure was all mine. Okay then. Bye bye.